Hey curl friends, it's Jazz and I'm back with another quick video for you. Going to be doing a Flexi rod set on wet hair. This will be my first time doing this, so bear with me. But I'm going to be doing something slightly different with my process. Normally, I try to keep my hair as wet as possible when I'm setting my twist outs and such. But this time, I let my hair air dry a little bit before starting to cut down on drying time. So I'm going to be using a couple different products here. I'm going to start with Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Leave-In Conditioner. And I know that went by kind of fast. I'll have details down below. Starting with the leave-in conditioner, I wanted to use a wet leave-in conditioner versus a cream just so that it's not as heavy when the style comes out. And as always with my tutorials, I like to do a big section of hair at once as far as putting the product in, mainly the leave-in conditioners, to get that part out of the way, and then not really having to do all three products on each piece. So then the next product that I added to this is the Carol's Daughter Hair Milk Styling Foam. Just one small pump will do. Brush that through with the dimming brush, and then the finishing hold. For me, I use the Curls Blueberry Bliss Curl Control Jelly. Not too much product is needed here. Really turned out really nice fluffy hairstyle. The less product you use, especially when you're using a foam mousse, you really don't need that much product because you already have the hold there. And I use the Curl Control Jelly just as a finishing hold. Now the key to setting these on the Flexi rod is to make sure that your hair is smooth. It's going to give the great definition at the end. Now once you're setting these, if it's not sticking, you can just use a little bit more product, either the gel or the styling foam on the ends, to make sure that it wraps around and stays in place on the rod. So I'll show you that here one more time. It's really simple. It's kind of similar to setting it with a perm rod. It's just you actually get a lot more flexibility with these as far as how you set them, because they don't have to be so neat in place. Just making sure it's smooth as you see here. Smoothing it nice around, and then right around the ends, making sure you have it smooth, and then just twist it each way just to make sure that it's tight in place. So I've done the rest of my head. Just going to show you 2 more times how I do this so you can get a closer look. I didn't find this too difficult. It didn't take me too much time. The key is just making sure that it's smooth wrapping around the Flexi rod. I can't stress that enough. That it will totally make or break the curl. Definitely, yes, I know I put my hair in my mouth. I had to get it out of the way for a second. But that will make or break your definition, how smooth your hair is around the rod. And like, as you'll see here, if you do need to take a dimming brush or something to smooth that piece out, just to make sure that you get that wrapped around, however long it takes, if you're going to take the time to do this, just make sure that it's done right. So with that being said, if you are pressed for time and this is your first time doing this, I would just give yourself enough time to get the hang of it. Because I will say, like, once I got the hang of wrapping the hair around the Flexi rod, it was pretty quick after that. I kind of got the hang of making sure the hair was smooth, adding product as I went, and just to make sure that each one was fully wrapped around each rod. And as you can see here, there's no right or wrong way to set these. Just as long as however you twist it, it stays in place, you're good, because they're not all uniform. They're not all the same set, which I love, so you don't have to make sure everything's neat in a row, which was great. So I sat underneath the dryer for about 45 minutes to an hour. But just make sure that your hair is 100% dry. You could do an overnight dry with these, but this particular day I was going somewhere, so I just sat underneath the dryer. But you could just sleep in these overnight to make sure that your hair is 100% dry, because that will make or break this, just like with any style. I really loved how these curls came out, especially with the combination that I used, using a foam and a gel. Like, the product wasn't too heavy on them. The curls were light and fluffy, easy to separate. And yes, I did leave one in there, but I didn't notice. I took it out. Don't worry, I didn't walk out of the house like that. But with these, I just separated them once or twice. It's totally up to you how you want to separate and style these. No particular way to do that. I did flip over on the one side, giving a little height up top, but you can still do a part down the middle, on the sides. Totally up to you. I really loved how these curls came out, and it was just great. So I'll definitely be adding this to my rotation, definitely. I will put down in the description how many I used and the size, because I can't think of it right offhand in front of me right now. But as always, comment down below if I left anything out. I know this was really quick. And thank you so much for watching. And until next time, stay tuned.